with you, I'm minding my business. I ain't getting paid with you, my color bright. I ain't finna fade with you, man, I gotta come clean like I made with you. I've been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support ride, lifting up, never not on my grind. New York City time, another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winning side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never tired. You will never know, you ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field, hit the win. Hey yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my hit is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah. Beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Cleveland Browns taking on the NFC champions. I'm Brandon Gaudin. To my left is my good friend Charles Davis, and what a thrill to be here for the biggest one of them all, the Super Bowl. And it seems to get bigger every year. The lights get brighter, the cameras more numerous. I don't know, there's just so much that goes into this game. It's an honor to be here, isn't it?
It is an honor, and I can't wait to share this game with you. This is going to be a whole lot of fun. You're my partner, my best friend. I can't imagine being anywhere else but right here with you. And just think about it this way. You mentioned the magnitude. This is no longer just a game for America or even North America. This is worldwide. People watching from just about every country in the world. This is impressive.
The biggest stage, the biggest game, and just about ready to roll. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Escape into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. With a first touchdown of this Super Bowl, and a long one at that, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Larry Ogunjobi able to drop him for a loss of a couple. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. On the ground, it's Cook. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play, as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. From the gun, Wilson steps away to his left. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. A very solid gain of 27. From midfield now, here's Wilson. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Well, it doesn't take any great analysis. No jokes, partner, okay? All right, on this one. But we just know that we're going to see this as the game moves forward. There's going to be two guys on him on just about every snap.
It's kind of a dare to throw his way, but they have to keep throwing his way.
The benefits could be great. You throw it to a great receiver, he could come down with it anyway.
On 2nd and 10, Wilson, he'll try and run it. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Foot. 380. Check. Hey, let's get this. Hey, 0. Got it. Check for it. He's checking.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And that will be incomplete. Credit that breakup to Greedy Williams.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Now this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds, and they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. That is caught by the former Gator, Antonio Callaway. He was a 1,000-yard receiver during the regular season, and that's his first catch of this Super Bowl, and he picks up the 1st down. A couple of 1st downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. A run here with Dearness Johnson. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Now, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there. 44 yards. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make the score 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27, and he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
And now the throw here is incomplete, and with that, we come to the end of the first quarter of play. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. On second down, it's Cook. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable third down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Now Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Larry Ogunjobi, his 2nd sack of the night.
How about that, partner? His 2nd sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number of 3 sacks in this game.
And we've got the list here. If he gets another one and everyone behaves nicely, we might just list those out for him. There he goes, right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. That'll go down as a 92-yard punt return score. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage.
Partner, the old rules about not fielding punts inside your own 10, those things are way out the window, aren't they?
Yeah, they say put your heels on the 10-yard line, but when you return it, maybe your coach doesn't say anything to you, right?
Yeah, I think a lot of special teams coach, if they've got a special guy, they'll say, yeah, okay, you can go to the 8. But this one, he really had some guts.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first and 10.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time, first half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
The Seahawks on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Here's Wilson to throw, and it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. And he puts a little something extra into this one, by far his best of the night. Now Callaway on the return. Now that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 36 yards on the play. They'll run it with Jacobs. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Here's Mayfield. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown as his guys continue to pour it on. Point after, right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On second down now, it's Cook. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. 2 minutes on the clock in the second quarter of this Super Bowl. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. They run, Cook, and he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. On first down, Cook. He'll have a first down past the 40. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They have punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them. Provide a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now a run with Cook.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. And he connects with Ertz. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And they'll get this down to the 10. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. An inaugural trip to the red zone here for the Seahawks. They've got a 1st and 10 from the 10. And this time they were ready for him as he's taken down at the line of scrimmage. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Throwing on 2nd down. Wilson eluding the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
He was brought down at the 4-yard line. It's 8 and 6.
So these 2 teams will head to the locker room as we hit halftime in Super Bowl 56. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. These 2 teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. That'll be taken in the end zone. Oh, look at the juke. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is, don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here. Running is Jacobs. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop him.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
From the 39, Mayfield. It's complete to Fuller. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Will Fuller, 61 yards, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. The 21st of a defense.
He certainly can, and the way that he does it is just straight, pure speed. And I saw it with one of the better defensive coordinators in the league, and I said, how do you defend that? And he said, at times, you absolutely don't. If the quarterback gets time and he heaves it downfield, Will Fuller's going to outrun any coverage you put out there.
And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. He certainly did.
And he did everything he could there trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough.
I don't know why, but it's always agonizing to me to see a guy make a mistake in this phase of the game because you can. It's all on him. All eyes there. He's got a chance to make a punt return, and instead he ends up putting it on the carpet.
Puts it on the carpet. The little rubber pellets shoot up. Never a good sign for a returner on this field turf surface.
No, not at all. And a bunch of them go up when they're all trying to get to the football, don't they?
Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Hey, Delta.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Mayfield. He's letting this one go. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Will Fuller, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point right down the middle, and that will extend this big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. Oh, he shifts past him. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
We all know that teams never want to use the word panic, but if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Cook. Oh, what a juke into space. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Dalvin Cook, 46 yards. Now the Seahawks are able to get a score back. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he's going to be out of bounds on the return way back at the 11.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
He's letting this one go for Fuller. Oh, wide open, complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Will Fuller with his third touchdown of this Super Bowl as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will swell by one more. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. Well executed there on second down, so do you go back to the air on third?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in long-distance situation. You might come back again because I doubt they believe you'll do it a second time.
Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's fourth down.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run it until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool him on that play.
He gets this away as he'll wisely, I'd say, angle this to the sideline.
The Browns take over first and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, first and 10, right at the 50-yard line.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. Big stop, G.
And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
180. Alert, alert. Let's go, defense. Smooth. Who we got? Mike 54. Mike 54.
Mayfield now from the 50. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there with his third touchdown of this Super Bowl as his guys continue to pour it on. Point after, right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead.
63, Seahawks 7.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. Oh, twisting away. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Cook following the penalty. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on second and long, but it worked out for them.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a first down. On first down, it's Cook. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it winds us down to the end of the third quarter. 1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl, and that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. First down, Seattle, 16 yards, the gain there. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. To throw on 2nd and 6. Wilson, incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Here's Carson. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. The Seahawks on 3rd down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 16. Throwing is Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. In for the sack, Myles Garrett.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. On the return is Williams. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Browns drive about to get started. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations,
he rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They start the drive with Cook. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a 1st.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
They run again on 1st down. Cook. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. There's Wilson. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. Another incompletion. It's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
The Browns drive about to get started. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the fourth quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says?
What?
Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they've managed to keep control of this game, and then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. In a lopsided blowout, the roads are usually open.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now Mayfield looking left side. It's complete. He's got it. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here. 1st and 10. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Mayfield now. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. He went backwards 7 yards, setting up a tough 3rd down. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Denzel Ward.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. Looking deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Don't get nervous.
Here's Jacobs from the gun. And an alley to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Well, the lead late in the 4th, but Mayfield's going to throw it. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Mayfield. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. On the carry, it's Cook. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. And how about this? The dog down gets... A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive...
Time to bring the bass back. Swear I'm going big like a lineman. She won't bring the limes in. She wanna pull up to the crib, we can't dine in. Up right away, couldn't even get a vine in. Straight with the money, we aligned in. Tell me how they broke, tryna chime in. Jesus watching over here in diamonds. He the only reason why do not get violent. Hey, give me patience. Hey, swear that all makes sense. Hey, when you making bands, can make friends. Cause I know they tryna shit like Ray Bans. Got a bad little shorty wasting. And I own it, I ain't gotta pay rent. Hey, I know we the ones that ain't them. Put both hands together and I'm saying amen. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going bigger. Postmates how I deliver. My game too cold, made it shiver, but I'm still a hot boy. Cool it down, let it simmer. Hey, see him mad, got him bitter. Can't stop the shine with a dimmer. Only what I give her, and she let her call me baby, but I do not need a sitter. See me dip, yeah, I'm saucing. People at the bank see me often. Let the money run, it's a faucet. She gave me the that's a faucet. Took over the game, now we all in. I was down in the chips, then went all in. Throwing up the game, ain't no vomit. Make my mama stop working, that's the promise. Going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm